Hello everyone and welcome to this week's assembly. You might notice the lighting in my office isn't up to the normal standard, and that's because I'm recording this on Sunday evening. Why Sunday evening? Surely, Mr. Ellis, you'd get everything done before the night before school starts, and you're normally right. However, this weekend nothing has gone as planned. Things haven't happened on time. Easy jobs have become difficult jobs. And to top it all off, the weather yesterday was shocking, which meant a lot of the jobs I had planned for yesterday we couldn't do. So, have a think. How do you think I'm feeling? Well, that's a big clue for this week's assembly theme. Normally, I'd put up a dictionary definition here and I'd read it out and introduce the theme. But this week, I thought you can have a guess at what the theme is. So I'm going to play a short gallery for you with lots of different pictures, and you need to work out what all of those pictures have got in common and how I'm feeling. Are you ready? Okay, play the gallery. So, did you get the link between all of those pictures and how I felt at times this weekend? Okay, press pause on this video and let your teacher see what your ideas are. Thank you for discussing all your ideas. Let me tell you what links them all. They're all activities that were banned or stopped during the coronavirus, so it would have led to people feeling disappointed. So, what is disappointment? So, disappointment is sadness or displeasure caused by us not getting what we'd hoped for or what we expected. So, when we went into lockdown and school stopped, lots of things had to stop as well. They were banned by the government to keep us all safe. So, you couldn't go to the park with your friends. You couldn't go to your favourite place to eat. You couldn't watch sport and support your favourite team, Wolves. You couldn't fly away on holiday. You couldn't pack your suitcase and visit an exciting place. You couldn't get everything you wanted or even needed at the supermarket. You couldn't celebrate things like weddings or share special events together. Maybe you had your favourite TV show interrupted by lots of news conferences about the coronavirus. You had to spend a lot of time inside. Maybe you got that old jigsaw out, spend hours putting it all together, only to discover that the final piece was missing. Maybe you missed your friends at school as you did your lessons on your own at the table. Maybe you felt alone because you couldn't go out with your friends on your street or your family to play. Maybe you felt disappointed because you missed birthday parties or not being able to visit your favourite place to play, or even go to your library and borrow a new book to read. For discussing that question, I'm sure all of you had lots of things you were disappointed with during the lockdown. I wonder how it made you feel. Okay, different people react in different ways. You maybe felt something like frustrated, like a boiling kettle inside you. You might have felt deflated, like somebody's letting the air escape from a balloon. Or you might have felt panic, like feeling completely overwhelmed with the situation. The important thing to know is it is normal to feel like this. And actually, we all feel disappointed. In actual fact, it is good for us. I'm going to explain the reason why. As a child, probably about your age, I used to go with my friends down to the canal at the bottom of the road where I lived, take my fishing rods, my maggots, and we'd go fishing for hours and hours. And time after time, I was disappointed. I would always come back with an empty net, having caught nothing, zilch, no interest at all from those fish in eating my little maggots. But do you remember last week's assembly? We spoke about resilience. Do you remember that girl trying to jump on top of a step and she had to try again? That's what I had to do. I had to cope with my disappointment, try and stay calm, and think to myself, next time it's going to be better. And that's what happened. I tried new things, tried different things, and eventually I started catching some fish. And they weren't big fish, they were very small fish called gudgeon. But at least I caught something. And that smallest fish I caught the first time made me happy, made me very excited. And that disappointment seemed a distant memory.